Testing time. It's been a little while. I'm here with a 2v2 match for you today. I will refer to the bottom team as Team 1, regardless of what's shown here, and the top team will be referred to as Team 2, regardless of what's shown here. Actually, that works out nicely. That's exactly what it is. In the bottom left, we have Yuno on Armasari. In the bottom right, we have Warbringer on his Novus. In the top left, we have Overlord on the green Novus, and of course in the top right, we have UpAllNight on the pink Masari. So it's a Masari Novus true mirror match. And of course, the gentleman being gentleman removed this shitty spawn for Novus. Novus busted, but this spawn sucks for them. It's actually a way to balance them, thinking about it. So, we have a lot of off-racing. UpAllNight on his off-race, Warbringer on his off-race, Overlord on his off-race, and Knight also on his off-race. Actually, Yuno's kind of main switching. I would say his main is still Novus. I need to check my audio real quick, actually. Yeah, it's still good. Okay, good. Yeah, so his main is probably still Novus. I would still say that's his strongest race, but he's main switching, so Masari is kind of becoming his main race. We actually have Yuno going wide this time. Very interesting, and he's gone high eco, triple matter engine start, compared to UpAllNight also going for a triple matter engine start, but he is going for the anti-Mirabelle box build. Yuno is kind of taking a gamble here. We have the skirmisher portal coming out, meaning we're going to be seeing figments. And from Warbringer, it looks like a standard Mirabelle rush. He's already moving constructors out to get some flow going. And on the top side, Overlord appears to be expanding his flow network as well. In the top right, we have a Sky Sari build coming out from UpAllNight. The Knowledge Vault coming up first means it's going to be Sky Sari, whereas Yuno is going for the Ground Sari. Now, Sky Sari can definitely roll over an unsuspecting opponent. We have the robotic assembly coming out from Overlord, so we're probably going to see own bots in anticipation of a potential Sky Sari, followed up with Blade Troopers, presumably. And I know that Warbringer is very keen on his Blade Troopers also, so we're seeing very much the same kind of plays coming out from the Novus players, and the Masari players are going very different. We have the Flight Machina coming out now for UpAllNight, and we have the second regular Machina coming up now for Yuno. Idle Architects, that's not what you want to see. Got to micro that a bit better, friend. Oh, these Idle Architects are bad. They should be running over to his teammate's base if he's got nothing to build. Overlord already expanding his flow network far and wide. This is nice, but he is a bit prone to an early assault. Now, this is kind of a nice base layout. It's very hard for Mirabelle to actually approach this. The one casual turret to stop her scooting around the edge here. Very nice. And 3 or 4 figments won't kill Mirabelle, but it'll be enough to drive her away. And if Warbringer's Mirabelle comes in, then that will, of course, get the kill. However, it looks like Warbringer's actually skipped Mirabelle, and he's going for a Blade Trooper rush instead. Blade Troopers and anti-matter tanks coming in. Backup flow gen as well. UpAllNight has balance 3 already. Interesting. So this base is going to be impossible to assault for Blade Troopers. Overlord's Mirabelle is out. He's got a forward vehicle assembly already. And he's... I saw a mine go down somewhere. I think that might have been a defensive mine. We have the mode switch coming in from Knight, and that should yell to the other team that there's a chance of Sky Sari, so we should see some Disciples and some Own Bots pumped out pronto. Mirabelle is on her way to the Novus base. They didn't hear the enemy tech up, so they know there's probably not a Mirabelle. Warbringer's already got Flow 2, so he's rushed the Flow 2 for the stealthed Blade Troopers, and in addition, he should get Spectrum Cycle very soon, which would be very nice for Figments, but there are no Figments. Still nice for Flow Conduits, though. We have Mirabelle plus Sky Sari coming in. These Blade Troopers could just straight up snipe Mirabelle, especially with a bit of Figment support. But they scoot on by each other, and oh no, Warbringer's just going to lose the Blade Troopers to balance. Figments are poking away at Overlord. This is quite nice. This constructor should be flowing out. They can do that while stunned. And we have the Inquisitors down, and this will be very tough for Warbringer to fight off. He's going to have to get some sort of collateral damage. I expect his Blade Troopers to already be en route to this Mirabelle to snipe her. And yeah, balance 3 completely shuts down these blades, and oh my word. That's immediately 1500 plus UpAllNight makes money off that. That's a big loss for Warbringer. And this balance 3 has already paid for itself pretty much. Saved his base, made a bit of money, and now Warbringer doesn't have anything to fight this off with. Yuno's got a mountain of figments, but no way to fight this air. And I think this will be just a quick game over. The balance 3 stopped the assault entirely. Overlord now has his Spectrum Cycle, so Yuno's Figment play and Warbringer's Blade Trooper play has gone down. And Overlord, very smart, recognizing that he can counter both the Blade Troopers and the Figments immediately with just the Flow 2, the Spectrum Cycle. We have some antimatter tanks trading, but this is the real problem here. These Inquisitors are going to do everything. Yeah, he's got own bots, but we can just focus down the robotic assembly and deal with the own bots later. Overlord can survive. Oh, he doesn't get the chain. Oh, he did get the chain stun. That's a dead Mirabelle, but meanwhile, Warbringer's losing everything. He needs his Mirabelle now. Maybe even Vertigo as well. And UpAllNight is focusing down the flow gen. I don't agree with this. I think you take out the robotic assembly and limit the amount of own bots you have to deal with. Yeah, he's changed targets. Wait, no, what's he doing? Just take out... Oh, I don't like what he's doing. Okay, he moved away from the own bots to finish it. Very good. Now there's a limited amount of own bots. We have a skirmish going on up here, but Overlord is hanging in just nicely with quicker reinforcements. Yuno is moving his Figments up, but Warbringer should have communicated this as balance 3. Figments will achieve absolutely nothing here. Watch this. Chunk. 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 Look at that. Ruined. Absolutely ruined. And Warbringer has nothing. We have Sky Guardians coming out now from Yuno to support his teammate, but the damage is already done. Oh my word, that's a lot of ohms. That is a lot of ohms. If UpAllNight just retreats his Inquisitors now, he's already achieved a lot, but I think he's going to stick around and get some good damage in. The Avengers do significant damage. They will do a lot of damage to own bots, and they can do 48% to an antimatter tank in a 1v1. So UpAllNight could just sacrifice all these Inquisitors, but he's choosing not to. And even this lone Inquisitor will do significant damage. Look at this. That's so much damage for a free-ass unit. Command Core's going down. Warbringer should be building a backup somewhere. And overall, the early game has definitely gone to Team 2. However, we do know that late game Masari as the dark side is much stronger than late game light Masari. And Yuno has superior economy. He's operating on 5 matter engines, and UpAllNight is operating on... Oh, he's operating on 5 as well, but Yuno does have his upgrades. So, Yuno, the game will slowly start to tilt back towards Dark Masari. We've seen it before. Ownbots are trying desperately to fight off these Inquisitors, and they will do so, actually. They're quite effective at that in good enough numbers. But these Inquisitors did so much already. More Inquisitors coming in to harass, but redirection turrets do quite well against these. Ooh, UpAllNight has to micro this correctly to not eat damage from the... redirection turret, that's the name of it. Warbringer's kind of changed his strat to own bots and antimatter tanks just to stave off the air assault coming in. Conquerors are making a half-hearted push, backed up by Figments. And Overlord doesn't actually have that much. Oh, he's building a black hole gem. Knowledge Vault 3 is coming up now, and these Inquisitors are just being pests everywhere. Oh, field inverters are already out for Warbringer. Damn, Novus has a lot of money. Holy hell. Warbringer's sat on 2200 right now. And the Inquisitors are trying to poke down, but this is a lost cause now. Field inverters do quite well against Inquisitors. Not ultra amazingly, but they still do quite well. Dead. Nice Sky Guardian from Yuno. I really like this. And he still gets the Avengers even though they died over a building. That's funny. It might even be worth sacrificing a few Inquisitors just to take out this recycling center.
An ally engages.
Ooh, UpAllNight. How is this Sky Guardian not killing this Inquisitor? What? Okay, we have an assault coming in from Warbringer. UpAllNight has reached Knowledge Vault 3, and we're seeing a Peacebringer transition. Very nice. Conquerors are retreating. There's too many field inverters and anti-matter tanks, it seems. And look at these Avengers just being annoying little pests. Getting vision of everything. Oh, they see the flow conduit. So if an Avenger bullet happens to hit the flow conduit, it will stay revealed because of the burn. And they can actually kill flow conduits very quickly. Flow conduits are not tanky. And that could ruin the whole network. Now, field inverters are in for Warbringer as well, but the advantage lies with Team 2. They have this black hole. Black hole here. Actually, that wouldn't... Yeah, no, that would kill all of this, pretty much. I think the Forbidden Knowledge would survive, but that's about it. Skirmish coming across here. This looks to be Overlord Skirmish to lose. Antimatter tanks, field inverters with that meaty 45% damage bonus plus DNA shredding. Shield comes up. I don't know if it's Virus 3. More Inquisitors are coming in to do something. I feel like that's just throwing away Inquisitors, honestly. Maybe Knight wants the pop cap. Something Masari players sometimes do is just throw their units in specifically to die so that they can get pop. And we have Karos coming in. Okay, so he's actually gone light 2. He might even be balance 4, though it doesn't quite look like it. And this Sky Guardian is almost dead to this Avenger. That's hilarious. The Avenger should have been hitting this command call, though, for sure. I think this is Mirabelle coming out now. Could also be Vertigo for viral control, if Warbringer anticipates the Peacebringer switch. Which he probably doesn't. That's going to be Mirabelle. Mirabelle's coming out. This fight's still going on, that's funny. And Warbringer's already kind of expanded into his teammates' base. They need to deal with this black hole. They need to get Zessus, and they need to go and find it. Now, there's a lot of field inverters out already. And here comes Karos, and it's dark mode, so now they should know that the switch has happened. This is significant damage. Mirabelle will come out, but Peacebringer plus Karos might actually kill her here. Tornado immediately. Mirabelle has to run away. She will win against Karos 1v1, but this is more of a zoning tornado. Warbringer's trying to make a half-hearted assault, and we have the Dark Storm coming out from Yuno now. This is really nice for Team 1. Oh, and there's the forfeit. I think it was just too much. I think Warbringer just didn't have enough of a force to deal with the Peacebringers and the Black Hole. That was rough. The Sky Sari just crippled Warbringer early on, and it simply wasn't enough for him to recover. Bit of a weird forfeit, but I do kind of get it. Let's see what the players have to say.
Play the game if we are not agreeing to not use Viral Cascade. Like, Purified Me, Yuno, and Bogey played some games, and we kind of came up to an agreement that Viral Cascade is so BS against Novice. Like,
I only used Viral Cascade like the last 2 minutes of the game.
I know, yeah, he had it just
but that's why I forfeited. Like, that's the exact reason why.
I mean,
I wasn't gonna break through, and you had your black hole. Like,
yeah,
no
but you're also moving field inverters up without a flow network. Like, they're gonna die without Viral Cascade.
It doesn't matter. Like, even if I have flow.
Well, because he had Viral 3 field inverters and an army, and you're walking into his flow network. He has reflex shields, you don't, so you're just gonna lose.
Yeah, even if I had
you
my
completely lose your army there. I have 6 Peacebringers coming up from your spawn with Lord Karos.
What I'm saying is,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but
like, even if I had everything, like Black Hole, EMP, everything, I still wouldn't break through, and he would have.
So why? But the question I have is, like, why didn't you have Viral Cascade?
Oh, I wasn't quick enough this game. That's it, basically.
So it's not really a matter of like him having Viral Cascade that cost you lose because you couldn't get.
Yeah, that's a part of the reason. Yeah, that's just a part.
I mean,
of the reason
it's
why
just, and it's like the reason why you didn't get this because we just had a little bit better harassment than you guys did.
Game 2. Here we have a rematch. We have, on the bottom team, which I'll refer to as Team 1, and top team will be Team 2, we have Warbringer on the dark blue hierarchy, and Yuno on the light blue Masari. On the top left, we have Overlord on the green hierarchy, and on the top right, UpAllNight on the pink Masari. This is my modded version of East Africa, which is much more hierarchy friendly. There's a nice little Reaper spot here, which is a bit harder to scout, and also if Hierarchy spawns here, there's a nice little pathway leading up towards resources that gives some instance en route. In the top right, there's another building here, and a nice little hiding spot for Reapers here. And the top left was untouched because top left was absolutely fine. And other than that, it's a lot more open, there's just a lot more space to maneuver, no water, which means phase tanks don't get stuck in stupid places. And left versus right is playable, although I think people play top versus bottom out of habit. UpAllNight going for a box base, probably instinctively, forgetting he's against Hierarchy. This is 100% a mistake. And Yuno absolutely adapting perfectly, recognizing the opponent is in fact Hierarchy, going wide of his matter engines. This stops any walker rushes and other such shenanigans. Warbringer's gone for the fourth glyph assembly, so he went for the single extra glyph carver to get the assembly down earlier to prevent getting sniped. And it looks like Overlord may be doing the same thing. UpAllNight's building so boxed. He might be countering Conqueror Crushing, to be fair. This still deals with Conqueror Crushing. So maybe that'll pay off. Yuno's going for the early game Machina, although Yuno has been picking up my strategy of going mid-game Sky, and it's been working out quite nicely for him. Warbringer's moving this Reaper over, presumably to harvest these instants and then nestle itself nicely in his teammate's base. Getting some money en route. I added this extra bit of money so that Reapers, when they're moving about, can still get a bit of moolah. Crushing fuel tankers to get instants, of course. Very nice. Overlord going for a bit of a later assembly, but still only operating on 3 Reapers, interestingly. UpAllNight going for a Zessus. This is a Zessus rush. And I wonder if he's going to just be going straight for here. We have a Reaper drone coming in to gather some instants, and he might ask his teammate to just send the Reaper drone in here. Take out the opposing arrival site quickly. We should see some jostling for instants here. Oh, and Overlord's going to get this one, and he might even get the 100 one as well. No, he knocks it over. Rip. This is going to be a tie. We have a glyph carver all the way here, maybe planning to drop a glyph here. I guess I lied, there's technically a little bit of water there and a little bit of water there, but this is impathable. This is going to be a tie. Warbringer's already got his cost optimizers and a gravitic turret, so he's anticipating Sky Sari. We need to see a Monolith Scout, and it's there. They know it's the Zessus, which they would hear anyway. And now we might even see Zessus teleport here. What's he planning to do? He might even ask his teammate to give him vision with a monolith. We see cost optimizers coming out for Overlord as well. Where's his Zessus gone? Oh, he teleported down here, and here he is building in Yuno's base. There's the matter engine. Zessus is going to come in and he's going to start punching the Citadel maybe. Yep, very nice. Balance 3 will be coming up. Now, UpAllNight is a fan of this strategy. We're going to need to see some anti-air though, because the Inquisitors will be coming out any minute now, and Zessus does not deal well with Inquisitors. Now, Zessus is being out-healed by the Architect, but this means the matter engines are going up nicely. And of course, Warbringer can't do too much, but he did immediately build some saucers, so he abandoned the phase tanks and immediately got some saucers to help fight off the Zessus. Matter engine comes up, and Balance 3 will now start chunking these buildings and making money for UpAllNight. Now the Inquisitors are out, and so are the Saucers. Now Balance 3 does not affect air. Zessus is taking some damage, but of course, Dark Matter Armor, he's pretty safe. Now UpAllNight does have his Knowledge Vault, so it's going to be a later Sky Sari, and this is where the focus is, and he teleports out. Very nice. Refining his play. Brilliant. Just leaving these matter engines here, that'll do masses of damage and make him masses of money. However, he is behind in terms of army. God, this is so much damage, it just adds up. And they'll pop and do big damage. Citadel won't go down, most likely. We should see some repairs coming in. Oh, Disciple's in, but just gets munched up by Balance 3, making even more money for UpAllNight. And Warbringer's made a nice position for these Reaper drones here. Overlord's Reapers don't seem to be in as good a position. Where are his Reapers? He's got 1, 2, 3. He's only got 3 Reapers? Warbringer's rebuilding a Reaper, because he did lose one, I believe. Huh, there's not many Reapers in this game, so both Hierarchy players opting for a lot of army. Inquisitors are coming in, but of course we see the Flight Machina coming in from UpAllNight as well. Now, Yuno can just permanently stop these Inquisitors. Oh, excellent micro. Look at that micro. And this Matter Engine is going to kill the Skirmisher Portal and probably the Citadel too. He needs to get Architects on this to repair it. Skirmisher Portal goes down. Now the light mode comes out. We should see light 1 to start burning these Inquisitors down. Oh, we didn't micro around the explosion. And that will deal with all of the Inquisitors. And, oh my word. The Citadel's going to go down. He's not repairing. Warbringer doesn't have stuff. We have the Walker making its way over into a central-ish position to get reinforcements out quicker. And Overlord's sources will secure the defense. And this Citadel is just going to go down. This means Yuno is starting the game on the back foot, and he's not even got the Dark Masari late game yet. He's already rebuilt his Citadel, so he actually is just writing this one off. He should sell it. He should absolutely sell it, deny the opponent the money. Not even to get money yourself, just deny him the balance 3 money. It's a lot of money. Balance 3 is pretty flippin' powerful. We see lots of Sorcerer play coming in from both Overlord and Warbringer. Oh, we've got Zessus on the move. He's probably hunting for Reapers, or maybe trying to get a backstab. And now this Matter Engine is going to be taken down, and Zessus does actually find this Reaper. We should see a march up and maybe a teleport to here or something, or maybe just teleport on top of his teammate's Walker. No, he's ignoring the Reaper. Yuno's pinging his Flight Machina, yelling at his teammate to defend it, which he will. Very nice. Obviously, 4 Inquisitors and 3 Sorcerers will beat 6 Sorcerers. And UpAllNight's own Inquisitors are coming in to harass this Reaper. And now we're going to have Inquisitor on Inquisitor action. If Yuno has been teching light, then he will naturally get the advantage in the Inquisitor wars by virtue of revives. Sorcerers are coming in as well, and now we're just seeing a mass air battle. And yeah, Warbringer and Yuno have to retreat because there's far too many Sorcerers and Inquisitors. And oh, Warbringer leaves these Sorcerers, that's bad. These are lost now, he needs to sell them. But UpAllNight doesn't micro effectively. He could have taken out at least 1 more Sorcerer, probably both. Warbringer, meanwhile, is harassing with some phase tanks. Overlord does not yet have any phase tanks, so we're seeing Sorcerers versus phase tanks. Spitter turrets are coming down to help fend off the phase tanks. And Sorcerers are coming back as well. Sorcerers, of course, deal nicely with phase tanks. Warbringer keeping Sorcerers around. They're repairing whilst waiting. And Light 3, if Yuno's going for it, will be the turning point, if there is one. Zessus is kind of hanging out. Maybe he was hunting for a Reaper drone out of position, potentially? And the game seems to have slowed down. These phase tanks are not going to achieve much, because the Sorcerers will kill them. Oh, nice bit of turret damage. And then the Sorcerers will easily repair this up, no problem. Hierarchy does not pay for their Sorcerer repairs. However, Overlord's Reaper drone micro doesn't seem to be as good as Warbringer's in this game, although he did end up losing this Reaper. No, he didn't, he just retreated it. He should probably bring 1 Sorcerer back to repair this Reaper. Zessus teleported back a couple of Architects by the look of it. Very nice. Small pick-off, but a win is a win. And the harassment is key on both sides. And now it's Yuno's... No, it's UpAllNight coming in to help his teammate out again. And these phase tanks have not worked out for Warbringer. They got a Glyph Carver, but the air units are just trading efficiently because they don't take damage. Yuno's now bringing in his air army in order to help Warbringer, and he should get a few Sorcerers for his trouble now. And yeah, these Sorcerers just going to get picked off en route. You need to move in line with the Sorcerers, move in the same direction they are so your Inquisitors can shoot while moving. Nice repair mode switch, and we're not seeing any Sorcerers go down just yet, and now UpAllNight is going to be trying to trade Inquisitors. We do see the Resurrections now on Yuno, which means that on average he will win these fights because he has 50% revive rate. Sorcerers chasing phase tanks. Now Sorcerers can't guarantee damage on phase tanks, it's very, very difficult. Warbringer's begging for some support, but Yuno is just winning the Sky War now because he has Light 3. And now these Saucers are getting chipped down by Inquisitors, and excellent. Move the Inquisitors with the Saucers. That's how you want to play this. That's it. Move? No, he stopped moving. You need to move with them. It does so much more damage. Not many Saucers going down, and Repair Mode is coming out to help. This base has some Gravitics, but Yuno is not going for that base because he knows the Gravitics will be there. Inquisitors are on the move down towards the south. And we have an opposing Zessus coming in once again, teleporting some Architects. Yep, kills off 2 more Architects. Balance 3 will shaft them very quickly. And that's another small win. More Inquisitors are coming in. And we need to see Yuno retreat his Inquisitors. Now, there's nowhere for these Inquisitors to run to, really, unless they bank west, west immediately. They're trying to get the Architects, and UpAllNight is getting them, but the light burn from the buildings is significant. It's 2 damage a second per Inquisitor. And Inquisitors have, I wanted to say, 400 health. And yeah, this army of Inquisitors will come in and shaft all of this. We have the Matter Controller coming down for UpAllNight now. So that's going to be a period of time where Team 1 has the superior army by far. Not only because UpAllNight has now gone to Light 3 as well, so he might even down tech and go for Light 4 for the better super weapon. But Yuno just has more Inquisitors, which is obviously a win. Overlord does fend off these phase tanks, and he does have his Kamal out as well. Now, Inquisitors can easily bomb Kamal. Kamal suffers against air. He's incredible, what a hero. But air does shaft him. Yuno wins this fight handily. More Inquisitors, superior numbers, basic logic. Inquisitors get a couple of chip shots in on the way out, and these fuel pumps are completely uncontested. Which I think was a mistake, because Yuno did have his Skirmisher portal. Warbringer's asking for support for his Walker. And we have more Sky Guardians coming out from UpAllNight. This has to happen. Of course, this is the target right now. He's probably down-teched into Balance 2, so he can go for Light 4. Oh, Zessus with the Explode! He didn't react with the stun in time, and that's a big win for UpAllNight. Takes out so many Inquisitors. Zessus will get out as well. And Yuno will still win this fight due to superior numbers, although in theory, Light 3 Masari can win any fight with enough luck. There's 50% chance, there's no limit. One Inquisitor could beat 50 in theory. Practically, though, that's probably not going to happen, let's be real. Could do, though. Warbringer's pinging for help, but if you start retreating, then he gets the advantage. And he's rebuilding Avengers in his face. That's rude. That's so rude, but he's going to get away with it as well. Oh, this Avenger gets killed by the other Avengers. That's funny. So no rebuilding going on here. Yuno's Inquisitors do chase away these Saucers, and this Walker is approaching, but there's only 2 minutes left. Does the Walker get there in time? I don't think so, because it will just die on Matter Engines, but UpAllNight might have to sell these Matter Engines, and this is the problem with the box build. No Conquerors means that this box build did nothing. Absolutely zero. Kamal is in order to help his teammate, but he knows that this Matter Controller is the win con right now. He knows it is. Kamal missed micros a bit, and Yuno needs to focus on this Kamal now. Just sacrifice everything, delete this Kamal. Where's the micro? Oh, he was going for Zessus. Even better. I take it back. Where's the micro? Doesn't matter. Zessus goes down. Yuno making the correct calls, seeing things that I don't. Well played on Yuno's part. Skylords are in, but Skylords just aren't that good. They kind of suck. Aiming for the Matter Engine, and UpAllNight micros away. That should take down a couple of Saucers. No, destabilize. Very nice. Architect comes in to try and rebuild Avengers, but doesn't seem like it succeeded. And this Walker has arc turrets on opposite legs, so that you can't go from one side. Both sides will hit air, which is nice. And the Walker's going in the wrong way! No, you have to keep going in the corner or this Matter Controller's going to go off, and he's retreating! I don't know if this is the right play. The Sky Guardians do make it hard for the Inquisitors, though. What's Yuno's infrastructure like? He isn't building his own Matter Controller. Warbringer's got Idle Reapers. What's going on? UpAllNight doesn't have much of an army, but he does have good Sky Guardians in order to fight off these Inquisitors, and this is why Skylords suck. They can't hit air. Arc Turret picks off another Avenger. Tries to retreat it, but it will get picked off, and Knight just forfeits. I guess he just thought the writing was on the wall and the map controller wouldn't be enough, question mark. I feel like that might have been a bit preemptive, but yeah, he would have been pretty heavily crippled with the matter engine chains going off. Or if he sold it, that would also hurt. Let's hear what the players have to say. Rip.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get enough of an army?
No, I down-teched off of my Light 3, Balance 3 to get Screech to try and counter with Skylords, but the problem is I'm just dealing with too much at once. I'm getting Arc Turrets on me, I'm getting Inquisitors on me.
You went for Screech. I thought you were going for Light 4 to go with the matter controller. That explains why you forfeited.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about going for Light 4, but Light 4 doesn't deal with the Sky Sorry. We had no answer to Sky Sorry, other than me going Sky Sorry. But, and I could have done that. I could have matched Inquisitor for Inquisitor. But the problem is, I also need to answer the Walker, because basically, Overlord built Saucers into double counters, so I was trying to do 2 rolls at once.
Yeah, the box build hurt as well, because you'd either have to sell the matter engines or the whole base would go boom.
I actually wasn't too worried about the box. As long as I had Balance 3, his phase tanks, and anything that on the ground isn't going to do anything.
Well, yeah, but you down-teched from it.